Good morning. As we start our devotions this week, I want to talk about social distancing. Social distancing is one of the things that we've had to become accustomed to and literally seek to practice as much as possible. And just so you know, as a church with our worship team and our staff, we are absolutely doing that. But boy, are we still working. We're putting in more time than ever to try to reach people right where they are and love them to where Christ wants them to be. And we're so glad that we get to reach you through these devotionals. Social distancing is new to us, but it was not new to the Pharisees. The characters in our text in Luke chapter 5, the Pharisees were literally professional social distancers. They did it for a living and made it a part of their religious practice. But they didn't separate themselves from everyone as we have to do. They only separated themselves from the people that were unacceptable, the people that were not a part of the in crowd, the people that were like them, they could hold close, but anyone different from them would be pushed away. I want us to think just briefly today about our own maybe social distancing practices prior to COVID-19. And maybe we are tempted to go back to that after COVID-19. Is that we will socially distance ourselves from people that we deem to be less valuable, less important, less special, different than us in race, economic status, social background, whether they be an alcoholic or a drug addict, a gangster, maybe by their look, by their tattoos, or the way they do their hair, by the way they dress. It is so easy to socially categorize someone and then distance myself from them. Our text in Luke chapter 5, 27 through 39 is a beautiful portrayal of Jesus showing just how inclusive he is. When he embraces Matthew, this tax collector, he's telling everyone that would read that passage from that time forward that he wants to be close to those others have pulled away from. The Pharisees had a mindset that fueled their social distancing in an unhealthy way. I want us to think just about the way they did that. In verse 30, we see that the Pharisees complained to the disciples. See, complaining is one of the ways that we isolate ourselves or we distance ourselves from others. We complain about who they are because they're not more like who we are. And in so doing, we distance ourselves from them emotionally. The Pharisees did this masterfully, but it did not create good things for the Master Jesus. The second thing they did was they critique. They would critique everything Jesus did. Wherever he was, if they could be there just to critique him, they would be. We will see them literally do this all the way through the Gospel of Luke and the other Gospels as well. When I sit back in critique of someone else, evaluating whether or not what they did was acceptable or to my standard, it distances me from them, limiting my ability to love them. The third thing they did is in verse 33 of the text, when they compared their disciples and John's disciples to Jesus' disciples. You see, when we compare, we lose. Comparison either puts someone better or makes them worse. Where God wants us to see one another on an equal plane. People that are sinners, that are broken, people that need a doctor, people that need the righteousness of Christ. Today, I want to invite you just to kind of do a little introspection, a little heart search to ask yourself, is there anyone that you've been socially distancing yourself from, not because of COVID-19, but because of some stereotype, because of some prejudice, because of some hurt from the past, that you've allowed to shape your mindset to become a little more Pharisaical than be reshaped to be a little more like Jesus. Today, we ask the Lord, make our thoughts like your thoughts. Lord, give our heart plenty of space and room for the people you would reach, and you could reach, and you want to reach through me. My heart, my thoughts, my prayers go out to you today. I look forward to seeing you soon where we don't have to socially distance anymore. God bless. Have a good day.